Wow, Plant said if it wasn't for boxing, he would be dead or in jail.
My name is Armin Van Dam. My family and I, we started working with the underprivileged kids from the justice system back in 2015. I wanted to ask you, please watch this video. Watch this video.
14-year-old Charlie Astute sees opportunity. In her young life, she's been arrested 3 times. Like many kids before her, the courts sent her here.
Everybody here is usually like family. Like, it's a business, but it's like it's a family business, and it's like Armin. It's like he's been more of a dad to me than my own dad has.
City Boxing will sanction fights, find the fighters, and give them a semi-professional league to earn money in. Teofimo Lopez.
Great. It's great for the sport, and it's also great for the youth. Just to know that there's different options for them to go out there and find different ways to entertain and find different ways to feel like they belong. That's all it's all about. It's all about feeling like you belong here.
The gym is like a temple, and I'm sure it feels that way for a lot of people too, is because once you come inside these walls, like everything that's happening outside, all your drama, your work stresses, bills you gotta pay, all that disappears, you know, when you're just here, focusing on yourself, getting better. So yeah, it's like, this is my safe place, I guess.
2015, we started working with underprivileged kids from the justice system. Started driving them home, starting getting involved, really getting involved with those kids. And it's got poverty written all over it, injustice written all over it. So we started training the kids, and we saw that we could make a huge change in their environment, financially, emotionally, and just moving forward in life. So what keeps me going? That keeps me going. Because if I can save one more kid. My name is Armin Van Dam.
My name is Daniel Williams.
And Danny was sent over here about 5 years ago. He was sent to some of you, and you tell him the story.
I was sent up to some of you for an altercation that happened at my apartment, kind of hanging around the wrong crowd at the wrong place at the wrong time.
And then Danny was almost certified 3 times. And so Danny, then you ended up in here. You were recommended by the Juvenile Justice System to do your community service here in our gym.
Correct.
Tell me about that.
It was like a few days before I was getting out of some of your youth center. It's a maximum security prison for youth. My parole officer called and asked, was I interested in boxing? I told her no, but she told me if I go down there, then it could help out with my community service hours. So I really didn't think too much of it. I decided to show up. And ever since then, the rest was history.
So now, in one interview, I heard you say you're not even thinking about anything else.
It's helping me financially, stably, mentally. I'm staying out of trouble, not even thinking about certain shit.
It's important, the people that you surround yourself with, because they kind of guide you in the direction that you're going in when things go wrong, but also guide you in the direction that you're going in when you do things right.
Right. Well, yeah, it's actually really important.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you're hanging around positive thinkers, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be a positive thinker. If you're hanging around negative energy, the negative energy will start wearing off on you. So.
And now this has become really important for you because you have a kid, and now you have another kid on your way.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's going to be a boy or a girl?
Boy.
A boy. So it's important for Danny to establish himself in society the right way, because those 2 kids rely on him to do the correct thing, and also rely on him to make sure that their future is laid out in a way differently from Danny's future.
Exactly.
As it was before Danny came down here. You feel, Danny, that this program helped you so much that you feel like a program like this needs to exist for everybody?
Oh yeah, I feel like if they could at least try giving kids a chance to change or whatever, just give them a different output on life or whatever, just a different look at it or whatever, instead of just sending them up to jail. I really feel like at least the majority of kids have changed. Some of them might just be like, I'm going back to doing the old thing, but I feel like we can change the majority of kids.
You don't even know what the consequences are until you really experience the consequences.
Exactly.
But then it's too late. if you would have gotten certified, you probably would have gotten 40 years, 30, 40 years.
Probably more than that.
Probably more than that. We would have never known each other.
Exactly.
So, life takes a completely different turn once you have the right environment for yourself to prolong yourself in the future and in society. Please help and support our program. This is speaking from the heart, Danny.
From experience.
Yes. And you've seen so many other kids in here that
I done helped a lot of them too.
Yes.
Helped them overcome the situations that they was coming up and trying to take them away from the street life and bring them into the boxing, just boxing in general, just get them away from the streets.
Yeah. Your experience real quick on training with us, the Raiders up at their facility. Give me your feedback.
Oh yes, it's an experience. It's one of a lifetime experience. Like you never thought that you go from doing what you was doing to actually hanging around celebrities and training a professional football team and just surrounding yourself by greatness.
Good. Thank you so much, Danny.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
And we keep this going for a long time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, so right now, City Boxing works with the county at no cost. They're offering these memberships for free. They eat the cost of those. They're hoping to work to get state funding. They tell us that this program is one they need to expand. And you listen to that guy, you realize, yeah.
Yeah, hard to argue with that. And you talk about the discipline and the release, maybe some frustration, but it seems like it's also about connecting with the right people who believe in them.
It's more family than gym over there.
I love it. City Boxing. And hey, when you see these stories online, share them.
The West is always competitive every single night, so you can't take a night off. But I don't quit, that's the thing. I might struggle, I might crawl. I'm gonna get through that month every single time. That's it.
Boxing, you know, is incredible, you know, when it comes to timing, speed, conditioning, all those things, movement. And, you know, I feel like that's definitely going to help, you know, going into this season.
You know, we're filming this at City Boxing in Las Vegas. What has this kind of place meant to you?
Oh, City Boxing, this place in particular has a huge place in my heart because I was here in my amateur days training. Armin and Linda and Bo Van Dam, the gym owners, they've helped me when I was nothing. They were here actually back in the day when Mike Tyson called me before my third amateur fight. I was right there with Armin. He called me I was standing right over here, and they called and said, "Hey, I want to come to your fight." So this place has been with me from the start. This is like home.
Well, man, I really appreciate the time, and I look forward to seeing you next year, brother.
Thank you.